Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me. I won't give up either. Trust me.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Let's see.
Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, we got our bearings on our mission, arrived in town, and enlisted in the army after finding out more about our protagonist. And now we're going to be heading out to the northern border fort to hopefully see some real combat. After our tutorial on the world map,
Let's see here.
we can check out other places. For example, we've just passed a camp here. That must have been where we read our novel.
Hold on.
And we have another camp en route to the northern border fort, along with the northern border fort itself.
Okay then.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
We'll be intimately familiar with that voice as we go later into this
The
game.
northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Literally uphill in this case, I guess. But yes, that will also be our narrator for the various locations we visit.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my
Several hours later.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
Yeah, this is interesting because, like, while this one does sound like it's like no discrimination, to me it kind of implies that there's just no diversity at all, which, you know, would be a bad thing. And this also just, I don't know, just there's something, like, kind of sad about that, just thinking of a world without magic, so I feel like it's just hard to explain.
It's, hard to explain.
I suppose more just fantasy, escapism, and the people in this world certainly need a lot of escapism. Just like the people in, like, our world need the escapism of this game. And yes, that is very much an intentional parallel.
Some kind of fantasy novel, you said. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule.
Hopefully he doesn't mean unifying in the sense of by conquest.
Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe. Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
A lot of the characters in this game are known just by their last names rather than their first ones. Stroll's full name is actually a lot longer than that, but his official name is Stroll, Your Ride or Die.
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
I suppose that's the reason why he doesn't use his overly fancy full name.
by the skin of my teeth. Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The Guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow!
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go!
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
I mean, I hope to see combat at the border fort, but I thought that it would be sparring matches.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
And there are these little pointy crystal-y things swirling around in the air. Maybe that's related.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
Oh yes, she's my fairy that I caught in a bottle, and if we die, she'll recover us with, like, a few hearts, maybe.
Caught it over there a moment ago.
You did not. I'm not a bug, and I'm not an it. My name is Gallica, for your information.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
Sort
I'm
of.
not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Commoner and an
Fair
elder.
enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die.
Ride or die, people. Yep, new ally Stroll. Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally. And I'm not going to be giving him a bio yet. That's not suspicious at all.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
And now, welcome to our first dungeon, the Northern Border Fort.
Yep.
We have to not die and meet up with our contact and hope he hasn't been murdered. But at least we do have Stroll here.
Actually,
Yeah, no, that's what we're worried about.
I see.
I wonder if our ally was one of the soldiers inside. Well, I guess we'll see. You might also notice that we don't really have a proper menu screen yet. And that's also not suspicious at all. But we do have the Mage Fire skill to deal weak fire magic to one enemy from our Igniter. Meanwhile, Stroll has nothing, but he has a bit more HP and more MP for some reason. And Gallica is our guide. She's not going to be participating in actual combat. Why are we just unlocking the memorandum? Oh, Stroll, okay. Yeah, we have better things to worry about right now than looking at our memorandum.
this is...
Like those squelching noises. Which is certainly our comrades winning the fight and being completely unharmed, right? Everything's totally fine.
There it is. That's a human.
Stand your ground! Charging! Pursue!
We have to help the survivors. Damn it.
So in this world, monstrous abominations are called humans. That means the correct term for sapient humanoids in this setting is person.
How?
Rius, well, dropping his name for the first time. But, yep, we've got people dead and lying in pools of blood. And somehow this game did not get an M rating in America because there's no sexual... Well, yeah, there's very little sexual stuff in it. Because that's kind of one of the few things the American classification system cares about. Yeah, it actually does have the equivalent of M in Australia, though.
What?
But yeah, speaking of humans, this is a lesser human. It's a literal Eggman! And it's got the master plan to murder us. We have to hope that doesn't succeed. So human designs are all based off of the drawings of Hieronymus Bosch. I will point out all of them when we first encounter them, but thank you to Thor Bubble for cataloguing most of these. Some of them are original designs, but most of them come from Hieronymus Bosch.
What do you think? Got it? Take care of it, please.
Two of us working as one, huh? Squad battles. You can press triangle anytime, but if you use square attacks to stun enemies first, you'll start the battle with an advantage. Press triangle to engage in a squad battle alongside your allies. Stay on the offensive by continuously attacking with square to deplete the enemy's break gauge that appears next to them, eventually stunning them. So this game has a bit of a hybrid action and turn-based system. The action is not like super in-depth though. Really, it's more similar to Persona 5's ambushing enemies before combat, just with more button presses. Think of it that way. There's one other really useful aspect of this system, but I'll go over it later. For now, I need to concentrate a little bit, because if the Eggman hits us, bad things will happen. But if we hit the Eggman first, and stun it, we can perform an initial attack. Note that this, for some reason, does not count as an ambush, and therefore, mechanically, you are never considered to ever ambush any enemies. This is important for skills that rely on ambushing, because they actually do nothing at all. Enemies range stun at the start of battle. Now, the thing about stun is that, it lasts for a bit of an unreliable duration. It will definitely last at least one full turn, but the more you hit the enemy, the more likely they are to break out of stun in the next turn, so just be careful there. So, in squad battles, just like in Persona 5, we have every action mapped to a button. Also, the menu is here. The screenshot is from the Xbox version, because, I guess, Microsoft marketing deal, which did actually exist with Atlas at the time. And this game uses the press turn system, one of the greatest systems for turn-based battles ever invented. Every action expands one turn icon. When all turn icons are consumed, the opponent's round begins. However, you are allowed to pass your turn to an ally at the cost of half a turn icon. You will also, on hard, enemies get an additional turn icon. You'll also only consume half an icon if you hit a weakness or get a critical hit. And if you want to hit weaknesses, you usually need to press triangle to call power. Let's use a Mage Fire. It's not weak to it. But it will still take good damage from fire. Better than with our regular attacks, so yep, let's make an omelet. Unscathed Triumph! There is a bonus for not taking damage. A very small bonus in this case, but a bonus nonetheless. There's also an achievement for getting 50 Unscathed Triumphs.
Looks like we're safe for now. All right.
Gallica just interrupting herself. Let's press forward and be on the lookout for any other literal Eggmen. So, down in here, we have a dog! Feral Hundo. These things are weak enough that I can probably afford to show off my regular attack. Melee, wield arms. That one already recovered from stun. Stroll, I probably would have preferred you. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Well, our regular attack didn't actually do all that much, so let's go for the fire. Not weak to that one either. We'll have our tutorial on weaknesses later. Sadly, that wasn't an Unscathed Triumph, but we did get a level up. So, yep, level up, and that means I am going to put this point into strength. Now, I will say, The first boss that's coming up is only weak to magic, so even if you're in a strength build, you might want to allocate some points into magic. In fact, what the speedrun says is that if they had the option to start with 5s in both strength and magic, they would do that. Unfortunately, that's not an option, so you might want to put a couple of points in magic early on. It's not really going to inconvenience you that much in the long run. For now, though, I am going to pump strength a little bit. Also, we have the most terrifying enemy of all, Teeth!
We have the edge. Let's settle this quick.
Okay, now this thing probably is weak enough to take out with basic attacks. Yep, there we go. Goodbye, Teeth. Unscathed triumph for 3 experience points.
Some enemies are still around. Careful now.
Now, I'm pretty sure that in my first playthrough I didn't even find this, like, lower down jail. Now, we could actually choose to squad this enemy from a distance without stunning, but no, we're gonna go for the stun first. Got a medicinal herb drop from that. Nice. Yes, I pronounce it herb because I'm not American.
Short work of them.
It's still fun to say N herb sometimes. So in here, we've also got nothing, but there is an item in there. Fortunately, this door is not locked. We can just swing it open and grab ourselves another, well, not another medicinal herb, a revival medicine. Hopefully we don't need that shortly. This door, however, is not openable because you can see that the map doesn't actually show that area. It's very much like in Silent Hill. Some doors are just broken and you can't open them at all, but sometimes it can be nice to check anyway. But usually, if you don't see anything on the map beyond something, it's probably not openable. So, let's head on through these hallways, and aha! It's another Eggman! And we might be able to get the drop on it.
Hey,
Yeah, I actually think that I've been doing this, like, on those enemies before, but this is our official tutorial for it. If you attack without being seen, you might deplete their entire break gauge. Hello there, right? Wait. Well, that was, I kind of invalidated my heroic moment there. What I was trying to say was, hello there, Eggman, I'm the one with the master plan. And, yet more omelets for breakfast.
I think I'm getting used to this.
Yes, I'm getting used to burning horrible egg-shaped monstrosities. Let's grab this. Medicinal herb times 3, not bad at all. In fact, you know what? I actually think I'm going to use one of those now. Because we took a very slight beating from, of all things, the dog. The eggs do hurt a lot if they hit you. That is such a weird sentence out of context. But then again, fantasy genre is all about fighting weird types of creatures. So this thing is just your basically bulk standard direwolf. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Unscathed Triumph by going for the fire immediately and not, you know, holding back. I think he's a little more than just badly wounded, given his name is Dying Soldier. His parents must have not liked him very much. Well, I mean... Oh, and his name's now been legally changed to Dead Soldier. But, I mean, he was racist to us, so, yeah. Fading Soldier.
No.
Departed Soldier. I like how they use different names for all of them. So we do have an item if we go a little... there's an item somewhere here.
Hey. Damn it.
Well, sadly, we weren't able to save him. I guess he was beyond medicinal herbs. But up here, yeah, there's a path blocked by fire, but we can get ourselves some medicine, a little bit of a higher tier healing item than the medicinal herbs.
Hold on. You
I am not at liberty to divulge that information.
What?
Oh yeah, convenient Roar interrupting us from blowing our cover. Thank you, Roar. This tower looks very Kamoshida's palace. But don't worry, well, actually, this is by far the least of the Persona influences that you'll be seeing. But this game, the Persona influences aren't actually as heavy as you might think. They really are only there on a surface level.
Let's hurry.
Like, as you can see, the battle system is far more SMT than it is Persona. And even in the first dungeon, there's actually a good variety of side paths and optional things to go for. And this one rewards us with a broken igniter. Sadly, there's no way to repair this, it's just something to sell for extra cash, but I suppose that belongs to one of our unfortunately departed soldiers. Now let's head inside here, where we apparently have two enemies, and they are teeth! You know what, given that it's teeth, let's show a regular squad battle.
Let's do this.
We're here to stop you.
I'm mostly doing this for the other battle theme. This is the non-ambushing battle theme. They're both good in their own ways. Now I can press L2 to analyze the enemy. Now we've already defeated them, and unfortunately you have no access to piercing attacks. Fortunately, we have no access to electric attacks because they're immune to that, and hitting an immunity in the press turn battle system takes away your turns. Okay, they are resistant to fire. Stroll doesn't seem to realize, but they die in 2 hits anyway because they are teeth and are very pathetic.
Only one left.
Okay, they only die in 2 hits if you count the totally not ambush damage. I almost called it ambush damage, but I've got to be careful to mention that's actually not an ambush, technically. Ambushing is just a fantasy. It's an illusion with, you know what? I am actually going to buff my magic by 1 point just because of the fight that's coming up. This is like one of the few times I'll be doing that. There's no real reason why you shouldn't go for a mixed build, though. That's also a viable option. I will say, I did try an endurance build in my first playthrough, and it actually wasn't as good as you would think. I still died pretty easily on hard mode, so I would definitely recommend just going for an offensive stat over endurance in this game. Okay, I've blown through most of my magic. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me. I mean, I just said there was a boss coming up, so surely I'm making a terrible decision in not saving my magic, right? Right? You'll see. So yeah, down here is also totally optional. Hello there, hundos.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm used to my attacks like auto-locking on from a distance like I think trails, but yeah. Okay, no weaknesses whatsoever, that's fine. Oh, I was only one dog there, and I one-shot them now, thanks to my higher strength stat from leveling up. Not bad.
There's some enemies left. Stay sharp.
We have the edge.
There are some enemies left. Stay sharp.
Already in this first dungeon, we are seeing some progress.
This is our chance.
Everyone, go.
Oh, okay, that one took a little bit more damage from the opening volley, so let's go for that. And nice one, Stroll. Yeah, so that's some good teamwork. Also got some ragged fur, but unlike Final Fantasy XII, we can't steal that off the dogs while they're still alive. I love how stealing works in that game. Oh, hi, Teeth. Magla Pill. Okay. If the first enemy to ambush me in this playthrough was Teeth, that would have been hilarious. But no, we're fine. Because yes, enemies will attack you on the field too, and if they land a big blow before you have a chance to hit them, they will get the ambush on you, and for them, it does count as an ambush, because life isn't fair.
I think I'm getting used to this.
Well, I mean, yes, you are indeed used to life not being fair. So, we've progressed a good length into this fortress, but we have a giant ominous door in front of us. Huh. Yeah, clearly this guy has a past. I like that there's two options here. Either we're just kind of continuing forward for the sake of it, or we're doing it for our new friends. Let's choose that option.
That's true, but...
And also this.
I'm heading out.
Well, let's see if we can beat that thing that all of the other soldiers didn't stand a single chance against. Let's go.
What do you think?
We can't save before this, as we're in the middle of a dungeon. But...
Ready? Yep.
You might notice that I'm not using any healing items or MP recovery. That's not suspicious at all.
Damn. Such tremendous power.
It's horrible. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
We can't let it get away with this. We have to hold it off somehow. Damned humans. It was all because of them.
We'll just have to make it work. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Well, on the plus side, it's only level 3, but, I mean, it's level 3 by giant Eldritch Horror standards.
Vile monster. You're mine!
3 damage! Great job!
What's going on? It didn't even flinch.
Damn it all! I'm not going down like this!
I mean, if we keep piling on the damage, then maybe. Or I suppose we could guard? That's an option too.
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
How is it this strong? I'll distract it. You two run!
But
Above all else, I am a noble, and a noble defends his people, no matter the cost. Farewell. If you would repay me, then live.
Stu can't take any more. Someone heal him.
This is it.
What? No! Please say something.
Stroll! Don't be a fool. Just run for it.
Oh, fate subtle child. Oh, anguished traveler. Thy fate is crown twined, thy soul bound for the throne. The future yet unknown dawns in this moment. Thy path may fork, but only one may be chosen. Confront the threat before thee, or die here in obscurity. Now choose.
I choose.
So be it. Heroism lies in the soul that stands firm against its fears. Power awaits thy command. The time is come to awaken the hero within. Engrave thy very heart.
Seeker!
While both come with a dramatic awakening, Archetypes are more comparable to the job class systems of traditional RPGs than to personas. Every party member can embody most archetypes, gaining a boost to their stats and access to that archetype's skills. Archetypes also level up, or rank up as it's referred to, as you win battles with them equipped. When you do, their stat bonus will increase and they'll learn new skills. The white stat bars show the stats the archetype has at base, while the green ones show the stats at rank 20. Archetypes also provide you with your weaknesses and resistances. In the case of Seeker, you resist wind but are weak to fire, and that's already a major flaw as fire attacks are very common in the early game. So why would you want to be a Seeker? Seeker is the well-balanced class of Metaphor, having a good mix of all stats leaning to strength, magic, and agility, while learning a mix of physical attacks, magic attacks, healing, and support skills. It's your only access to wind element damage for a while, and that alone gives it an early game niche. Having your first heal spell also makes it essential to an early party. At rank 4, it'll learn Tarukaja, an attack buff that can be stacked up to 3 times. It gets a physical skill at rank 9, but we'll be getting a physical archetype very soon, and that comes with a physical skill that's already better. But Seeker makes up for it by also having magic, which gets even better at rank 15 with our first second tier spell. And I do mean first. A big advantage of Seeker is not many early archetypes get second tier magic as part of their natural learn sets. They rely on synthesis for that, a mechanic that we won't get for a few more hours and that has heavy costs attached. At rank 20, Seeker gets Tetra Break, a skill that it normally has via synthesis, but now you'll get to use it at any time. This is very situational, but there is a force fight in the mid-game whose gimmick involves Tetrakarn, so grabbing this skill from Seeker might help out once you reach that point. Wait, grabbing this skill from Seeker? That's what the to inherit column is for. Although we're not supposed to know about this mechanic yet, it's important to discussing archetypes, so I'll explain it now. You can pay a price in mag, a resource gained from battles, to unlock skills for inheritance. Once you've done so, you can attach them to any other archetype. The main skills Seeker offers for inheritance are Cyclo and Tetrakarn, which are naturally its most expensive. But Psych, Day, and Tarukaja are all good skills to add to your early inheritance repertoire, unlocking healing and the ability to hit wind weaknesses for other archetypes. Every archetype also has a set of synthesis skills, and those are very important to cover, but as I said, we won't be unlocking synthesis for another few hours of gameplay, so I'll save this Seeker synthesis bio until then. But what I will cover is hero passives. Every archetype has one of these, and it only takes effect when the protagonist is equipping it. For Seeker, it makes support attacks from allies, that is, whenever an ally jumps in to offer a follow-up attack during field combat, 10% more likely. It fits with the theme of we'll bring everyone together, but in my opinion, it's not the most impactful hero passive. You want to use Seeker for its skills, not its field ability.
What the heck is going on? Anyway, we've got to find a way to fight back.
And we were fully healed. Yep, there was a reason why I didn't use any items here. So, let's try our wind attack.
Alright, that did the trick.
Yeah, no more need of igniters. That thing is just useless to us now. And we have an elemental resistance too.
Are you okay? If we don't push back, we're dead. Can't we fend off those attacks somehow?
Certain enemies are weak to certain affinities. After you hit one of these, the word weak will be displayed. Usually, weakness hits deal 1.5 times damage. That's how it works for enemies hitting your weaknesses. Resistances are, meanwhile, half damage. But enemies actually have various different potential affinities for how much damage they take from things, but the main benefit to hitting weaknesses is it gives you, well, it doesn't give you an extra turn, but it does make it so that you only consume half a turn icon instead of a full one, giving you double the use out of one icon. However, if you hit an elemental immunity on an enemy, you lose 2 full icons. That also happens if you miss.
Looks like it mainly attacks with the head wings and blade feet. We can target those.
So we have the legs and the wings.
Looks like we can't brute force
We're not sure what each of these things are weak to just yet, but if we aim for the wings,
That's it. Stay on
The
it.
freedom of a wanderer.
it doesn't seem to like flying in strong winds very much, so let's hit it again.
We've got to hit the other spots too.
So with its wings gone, it can't use the wing beat attack anymore. But I was actually a little more afraid of Spin Slash. So, the legs. Let's go for the Psych on these.
You hit their weakness.
The legs are also weak to wind. Now, I could use my follow-up to heal instead of attack again, but I'm gonna just take out the legs.
Wait, what? It's healing?
Yeah, it's stuck with the much weaker Notchblade spin.
Eating its own fruit to heal? We can't kill it fast enough. It's just gonna fix itself up no matter what we do. Ig, I can't believe it's eating from its own body. Can you knock those apples off?
So yeah, now we have another potential target, but before we go for that, I think now is a good time to heal. Yeah, it's stuck using weaker versions of its attacks now that its body parts are gone. Let's see if apples are weak against wind magic. No!
If we don't take out those apple things, I think we'll regret it. You know, maybe there's something I can do. Hey, can you let me handle this?
So, Gallica doesn't fully participate in battle, but she can help in certain ways. To be honest, I really wish Gallica played a bigger role in the game's battle system, because she helps in a couple of scripted ways in a few boss fights, and that's about it. But for now, it's cool, I guess.
Understood. Leave it to me.
Like, Gallica actually has her own equipment on the stats screen,
It can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
but it never actually plays a role in damage calculation, and I really wish it did. I was about to say, hey, that could be something that they improve in a re-release, but let me just stress something. This game is not getting a re-release.
Let's stay calm.
Atlas is... yes, let's stay calm. Atlas, I'm pretty sure, is done with that business model. Like, they've straight up stated in interviews that they feel like the sales of this game were hurt by the fact that a lot of fans actually, like, were waiting to see if the game would get a re-release instead of buying the default version. And yeah, that sucks. After Persona 3 Reload, I'm pretty sure Atlas is going to be using a model of just doing DLC or update patches rather than full re-releases of games.
Seeker! Wind!
I just had to get that spiel out of the way, because it's important, I feel. Don't hold off on buying this game just because you think it might get a re-release. It almost certainly won't, and I really hope those words don't end up being, you know, aging poorly.
Scour!
But yeah, with all its body parts and apples gone, that thing is the one that's scared now. Farewell, tutorial boss. I guess I'll have to give you credit for awakening us to our true heroic power. You might also notice that we gained something called Mag from battles. That will be important. In fact, I think I already described it in the bio. But yeah, we'll be able to use that later. Also, 8 EXP. So we didn't just level up, our archetype did. And now I'm gonna put points into strength.
True power is born of the heart, a wish from which thy strength is drawn. Yet fear and anxiety always trail in such a wish's wake. Since time immemorial, those we call heroes have earned the title through this order. They pursued their wishes and boldly walked a path of virtue. What thou hast awakened is the true spirit of a hero. The power that lies dormant in all of us. The power to reforge the fear of the unknown into curiosity.
Now, if you look at Gallica there, it's implied that she's also hearing this.
If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, take this newfound power and venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
What was that voice? And you! What was that power you used? You had a metal heart, and your whole body was... It was crazy!
Yeah, we also ripped out our own heart and somehow survived.
Look, that Stroll guy is still alive!
Well, conveniently we just learned healing magic, now would be a good time to use it, Will.
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
And it is not only a person with a portrait, but a Scotsman!
Voice. Grius! Oh, thank goodness you're alive!
Yeah, apparently this is Grius.
Gallica, you made it.
He's our man on the inside, the one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him.
Again, we have healing magic, please use it.
The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang about.
I have a suspicion that everybody besides us three are dead.
The lad's out cold, but he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest here.
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
We're both alive, and you can't ask for much better in these parts. Sorry I couldn't join you in the fray.
Well, I mean, we got to awaken to a super awesome dramatic power and literally solo that boss, so, I mean, we looked cool.
So, this is our newcomer, eh? How'd this boy manage to command power like that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it?
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
Ah, right. I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
Well, good. It's about damn time.
I'm extremely tempted to cliffhanger the episode there, but no, let's keep going.
Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king. Damn that Luis. Couldn't stop at one royal, could he?
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. We're running out of time. Here, look. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror. You need to see the prince's condition for yourself.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, they're just gonna crown a new king.
Yeah, is somebody catch us up on all this? I mean, we, the audience, very much know who Luis is, but he's not privy to that information.
Who's Luis?
Is that a real question? About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was his ruthless military genius. Hero to some, monster to others. Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal tactician and a master of Magla arms. Some said it was only a matter of time before he made general, the youngest the nations had.
Until he attacked the prince.
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached,
It was no ordinary mage who cast that fatal curse. It was Luis Guiaburn himself. But the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got the father's blood on his hands. And if that king-slaying fiend ends up on the throne, we're all doomed.
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected. How can they still trust him after all that?
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible. A post in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, people in the real world don't blindly trust certain political leaders even when there's obvious evidence of them having done really horrible things.
Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. When they look at him, they see a capable veteran unjustly made into the noble scapegoat.
Yes, they are all on team hashtag Luis did nothing wrong.
Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth, it's hard to deny. Without him, we'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly.
It is always very interesting when it comes to characters like this, where, like, they did legitimately make a positive difference in some respects, and that makes it easy for the masses to trust them.
Damn him, man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly intelligent. To the masses who want change, he seems the savior they need.
If even you're that worried about him, then this isn't going to be easy.
That's a hell of a mission. And I want in.
Oh, whoops, we just talked about assassinating one of the most famous military generals in this country, thinking you were unconscious, but now, well, he's involved now.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan. You're a fool to give yourself away.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there. And it sounds like we could use the help. Seems like kind of a waste to kill him. Especially if he's volunteering.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
I would live, fight, and die a noble, sir. To have done otherwise would betray my title, to say nothing of my heart.
I'm losing my edge. Make me regret this, and I will slay you where you stand.
You'll let him help us?
Right then. My life and sword are yours.
Shame it's not an axe so we could make a Gimli reference.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle. You'll find the job ahead will be easier for a dead man.
Actually, that's a good point. It's a very convenient cover.
Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands, and you'll raise them at my command.
We have to.
So, this is listed as an official quest. Save the prince from his curse and defeat Luis Guiaburn, the treasonous fiend who not only attacked the prince but murdered the king.
Luis will also be at the royal funeral. If we're not back to the capital by then, we lose our chance at his head. But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route. We'll cut through the abandoned mine up ahead to save us going the long way round. For tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light. I'm counting on you.
Comrade, new ally Grius, the battle-hardened veteran. And I'm also not going to give him a bio yet. And that's not suspicious at all.
Feels like the mission is finally starting. Let's set up our camp then.
Now, we should finally be able to get some rest. This your first deployment, boy? Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast I've ever seen.
No one truly knows. They're protected by Magla, so even the sharpest steel does little good against them. They're no simple beast. All we do know is with every passing year, more of their kind tear travelers apart. That was why I was first sent undercover here, investigating.
And? Did you learn anything?
Simmer down, boy. There wasn't a damn thing to be found on those monsters. Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other questions, now's the time.
Good time for an exposition break, I guess.
I want to hear about the mission.
With numbers like this, a head-on assault would be suicide. Quick, covert assassinations are best bet.
Shame we didn't awaken to an assassin archetype or something.
Kingslayer or no, Luis has a lot of public favour behind him. To the people, he's the only man with the wit and war power to bring down humans. The military seems powerless to stop them, so he plays saviour. The man's practically a monster himself. By your age, he was not only a master tactician, but damn near an archmage besides.
And the three of us alone are supposed to stop him.
We'll just have to blend in with the crowd at the funeral. I won't abide him surviving the ceremony. He will die by my hand.
Well, I mean, you are a veteran of combat, but that guy's a prodigy who, again, was almost an archmage as a kid. I'm a little worried about our chances. What do you think, Gallica? I forgot to triangle her at the fort. That actually sounds kind of weird. But yeah, that would have given me more progress towards that achievement. But speaking about progress to things, no, let's not rest. Now, I love how this game actually marks actions that will take time. Unlike Persona. But we're not going to do that just yet because if we look carefully around the Forest Mountain camp near the border fort, this is our first missable gold beetle. Don't worry if you don't get this, you don't need all the gold beetles to 100% this game. But this can help you get some of the rewards earlier. Yes, make sure to pick that one up. And we actually are allowed to save right now, so might as well go ahead and do it. It was, like, sort of magic, but, like, a special kind of magic. I suppose, you know, I wonder if there's a chance we'll be magically told about how it works in a dream. I mean, that couldn't happen in the next 5 minutes.
Huh?
Indeed.
Oh, the prince's tutor in swordplay. Again, it's weird we don't know about you, given we were BFFs with the guy.
I see.
And he was there the night the prince got attacked. But now we can rest.
Can't sleep? Guess I'm not surprised after what we just went through. Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
The ground makes a poor bed.
Well, you're just gonna have to rough it until we're back to the capital. I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant? I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far. All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed. I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's kind of your fault.
I don't really mind.
That's nice of you to say. Look, I can't fight with you, but as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can. You've got something special, you know. I don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you.
So, just like most games that let you choose the name of the protagonist, it gets a variety of regional pronunciations, like, you know.
Oh, hey, you know what insomnia is good for? Catching up on reading. If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war after war here, with Magla arts fueling the flames.
Oh yes, that's nothing like the world that's in that novel at all.
But it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. Good night.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you. I've been waiting. And now you've acquired a most interesting power. You truly are an intriguing one.
Welcome to the Not Velvet Room. And that is the one time I'll ever reference that.
In the moments where your heart is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you. My name is Moore, and I am the humble author of the novel you've been reading.
Wow, it's really not often that you meet the author of a work of fiction that you're a big fan of, just, in your dreams.
You stand now in my study. Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers.
Not to mention it also has a cat, and that's the real important part.
I call it academia. Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place.
Huh, from what we heard, he was kind of a benevolent king, not one for imprisoning people.
It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually lies. I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls. Until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind. So, what would you say to an alliance?
What kind of alliance?
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to. I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw matter within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art, now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect.
So rather than representing Jungian psychological archetypes the way that personas do, I like to think of archetypes as being fictional tropes. The Seeker would represent wanderers who travel the world seeking knowledge, expanding their horizons. I'm brain-rotted, so the first character of that nature that comes to my mind is Sonic the Hedgehog, but I think he's pretty fitting for a Seeker archetype. And if you think about it too, I'm sure that a lot of characters in your favorite media fit into all these archetypes as well.
Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth. However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery.
That does imply people have done this before, though.
In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form. Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals. I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
This does seem legit.
Okay.
The bargain is struck then.
The scholar in search of utopia, more. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
This is our first bond. These are heavily inspired by social links in the Persona franchise, but they only have 8 ranks, not 10, and the way to raise them is also a little different. However, I will be doing bios for each of these bonds, but not yet. It's not really relevant at this point. We're still in the prologue, and we won't have access to the game's true time management systems for a few more hours. Once that happens, then I will go over the follower bonds. But for now, More gives us the ability to unlock archetype changing, as well as the Seeker archetype. So yeah, like Persona 5, each bond has special abilities that it gives you as they rank up.
We'll meet again, I'm sure. Here's to our joined path, and the thrills that yet lie ahead.
Oh, there will be thrills, trust me. Demo's still Nova, by the way.